In this video, I'm going to show you one of the weirdest problems I've ever encountered affecting one of my websites, and I'll show you the fix. You probably never ever need it. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 213 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work on Joomla sites, so if you're looking for someone to work short-term or long-term on your Joomla site, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, because sometimes we just need a little bit of help, and I needed a little bit of help fixing this problem today. This video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru, get a free site audit for your Joomla site, and while you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites. And if you decide to subscribe, use coupon code BasicJoomla.com. No, BasicJoomla. You'll get your first month free. All right, here is the problem, and we'll turn our attention to screen right now. Here we are at the smartdrivetest.com site, as one would think. But when you look up at the address in the address bar of this browser, it's lafundacioninfantil.org. I discovered this because I was looking at backlinks in my Google Search Console. This site belongs to my friend, and we've worked on this together for years. I saw there was just gobs and gobs of backlinks from this domain here. And I checked into it, and at first I thought this somehow they had gotten a complete duplicate of this site and were running it under the domain for whatever purpose, I don't know. Then I thought maybe they were taking the site and wrapping it inside of an iframe for some purpose. But as it turned out, this is actually running the Joomla site that is on the web hosting account for this. The exact one. What I did to test this was I created a new account on the actual site. Then I went to this wrong URL, was able to log in, and could see the new account I had just created. So anyways, I talked to the company that hosts my server, the server that I have my clients on, including this. And here's what has happened. This smartdrivetest.com site, for instance, here's the proper URL right here. We have it on a dedicated IP because a lot of email is sent out on it. Newsletters and also email campaigns to leads that come through this site. And so instead of paying money for one of the professional services, we're using a dedicated IP, and I've worked very hard to get that clean and set up so the bulk mail from this site is delivered. It's way more affordable. Now, that dedicated IP that we've had for a long time used to be rented by, guess what? This site, lafundacioninfantil.org. And probably what happened is that when they closed their account and stopped using this domain and set up somewhere else or parked their domain, the domain where they have it still has the old zones in it. And so anyone who types in the URL for this website gets sent to the domain on the server that we're actually using, the dedicated one. Now, I could always just have changed domains to solve this problem. Not domains, could have changed IPs, just got another dedicated IP, and the problem would be gone. But like I said, we've worked really hard to get to have that IP clean for us for sending out the email that goes out from this site. So I was stumped as to what to do. I contacted GoDaddy, who is the registrar for this domain, and reported abuse at GoDaddy.com, explained to them the problem. Never heard back from them. Big surprise, I guess. And the server company, LiquidWeb, that hosts my server, they suggested just putting an htaccess rule in that any calls to this domain would just be broken. But that's, I still wasn't sure it was the best solution. So we all need help from time to time. I reached out to my friend Chetan Madan from JoomDev, and he said, just put a rewrite URL in the htaccess file, so anything that comes from that redirects to smartdrivetest.com. which is a great solution because now all of those backlinks that Google knows about and everything that Google sees with this domain, I can actually put in that code 301, which will tell Google when they come to it, hey, that URL has been changed, and it'll be changed to the proper one. So instead of losing hundreds of, instead of having that problem of hundreds of links still out there floating around and just throwing errors and that problem, I'm just going to reuse them. Now, let me show you the code that that I use here. Here's the cPanel for the hosting account. We're going to go to File Manager, and we're going to go to the domain where the, we're going to go to the folder where the website is, the Joomla website is, and we're going to go to htaccess, and we're going to right click and go edit. Now, this looks super blank, just simply for the reasons of this video. I moved all the other stuff that we have in this htaccess file down. And you will see here, as I zoom in here, I have put hashes in front of these three rules here. Rewrite, two rewrite conditions and a rewrite rule for the htaccess file. Now let's take a look. I'll take those hashes out so that those lines are actually red now. I haven't saved this. But basically, these three lines do this. You have to have them after rewrite engine on. The rewrite condition, if the domain that is being called for is lafondacioninfantil.org, or it is www.lafondacioninfantil.org, then basically rewrite the TLD, the domain, and put in https://smartdrive.com, and the string 1 actually will show everything that's after this domain. So if you had /page1 or /contact, that gets added in there. All right, so this line basically is only run if one of these two conditions is true. Now, I probably could combine these two lines, but I'm not really great at these codes, and the example I got was given to me has an OR, so that I found online for doing this, and so I'm leaving OR in there. It also is a good visual way to just show what's going on. If this is true or this is true, then rewrite the URL for this. Now you need these conditions, because if we just had the rewrite rule, it would loop and loop and loop and loop and loop, and nothing would come up. Watch what happens. Here's the end here. Save and close. Thanks for joining me for show and tell today, by the way. See here, lafondacioninfantil.org. Now notice this, it's not secure because this is the wrong certificate. This domain is not set up on my server, so it's saying, no, that's not what you're getting here. But watch, if we hit enter, the rewrite rule grabs it, and now everything that was under that old URL gets redirected to the proper URL, and eventually Google, because as we look back here, this 301, that's the code. When Google goes through here and gets the rewrite rule, Google will say, oh, 301, that old link is no longer any good. It's permanently gone. Let's dump it. And that's going to clean up a lot of stuff for the site. It's going to clean up those backlinks. It's going to clean up that problem. The odds of this happening to you are very slim. I doubt it'll ever happen to me again. But it is a good reminder that htaccess files are there to give us power over what's coming in and being called to our server. And it's also a good reminder that sometimes we need a little help from our friends. So, hey, if you're ever stuck on your Joomla site and you need some help, like I said, I work on Joomla sites, short-term or long-term, email me. Otherwise, give this video a like so other people can find it, and I hope it was helpful or at least informative or interesting. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.